Okay, now the finish camper on the cabinets, artificial wood over top of plywood, and so I wanted to choose this desert southwestern color, and I really thought that was the right color. So I started sanding the artificial wood veneer down because it's a vinyl veneer over top of plywood, and paint will never stick to it. So you have to sand it down before you can put paint on it. So I've got some Kills primer that'll really work well. It's really good primer. It's expensive. I got some of that Kills primer, and I was sanding everything in prep work, getting everything ready for paint. So the Kills primer is there it is on the wall, and that's what it looks like with artificial woodwork. Now that's the color that I chose, and so that I forgot what the name of that. And I know it doesn't go with the countertop. I was going to eventually change the countertop, but when I saw it, it's just an awful pukey color. So I decided to shop around, look at my upholstery and woodwork, and I finally found the right color combination, something neutral, something that would match anything. So I started with the light color over top of the pukey color. Took all the cabinet doors out, painted all the drawers and the doors and everything in the camper. And I brush painted because I really didn't have a that would work. So here is the interior without all the cabinets up. So that's a lot better. There it is, all put back together. It's kind of dark in there. You can't see anything very well. And that looks so much better, and that's so nice. I really like that. It's such a nice finish job. So, and you can see it, and it'll go with anything. It'll match anything. Okay, I've got the paint. I put the first coat on in here, and so this is the ceiling being painted to match the walls. So I wanted to show you the first and I'm going to put in the future to maybe even mirror. This wall is going to be mirrored. This wall is going to be mirrored down to here and be cut off here, and up to here. These two walls will be mirrored with mirror. So it's going to look pretty slick, isn't it? And get a modern light fixture to go here with a little swivel little swivel lights. I'm going to take the stove hood down. I'll let you see me do that. See, I got the stove hood loose. I'm going to paint it black. And so that's that. And try to wrap up this build here. Okay. I'll show you when it's done. Okay, I really don't have any pictures of the ceiling the way it was before, and I really wanted to add a sense of contrast to the bathroom, the same kind of contrast that I added to the rest of the camper, and I really feel that the contrast makes everything pop, and it's just a really nice modern touch. So I'm really pleased with the results, the way it came out. So my future goal is to add more mirrors in the bathroom, mirror the walls more. Okay, now I've gotten my ceiling pretty much done. I just have to clean up around the edges of it. Here's my black dark brown ceiling. Here is my stove hood. Okay. So, oh mother, oh goodness. Yeah, stepping on things here. So This is what my stove hood looks like. And I just need to, it's got little smears, fingerprints on it. So, excuse the fingerprints. It's already got a little nick on it. I'll have to fix that. I'm not going to dare screw it up. So there. I'll get a piece of wood trim, put it right there. So I just wanted to show it to you. So the phase 1 of the camper build is pretty much done. I just need to make a shroud to cover this. I'm going to make out of a bowl, a dish, a disposable dish, like a Tupperware dish, and cut it in half and put it over this, and then put epoxy over it. The, what do you call that? Dicor Proflex, sealant. Put sealant around the edge so water can't leak into that, just like I've done here. And then over the tops of these doors, since it's in the shower, I'm going to put sealant over top of these so water can't get in there. So that'll make everything sealed up and watertight for in the bathroom. You're taking a shower. I just wanted a little contrast to make the bathroom pop a little bit. That's all I wanted. Maybe I'll repaint this trim piece. Okay, catch you on the flip side. Like, share, subscribe, join the revolution, and I will catch you where the sun don't shine. Okay, I got these screws loose already. Okay. Now, the stove hood is down. Now I'm going to just undo these. When I get these undone, these wire nuts. Okay. Got the stove hood down. Now what I'm going to do, you see, I'm going to finish off this part of the wall right that I didn't get. Okay, now I've gotten the stove hood down. You can see this is brown and it has to be painted. So I'm going to do that brown right now. And I'm going to fix all of this. Okay, that's all you have to do. I'm just going to fix this. And there is my hood. So I'm going to paint it black. I've got a little bit of black paint left. So that's that. I'll see you later. Catch you on the flip side. Okay, I went ahead and painted this. It was a brown, the original brown. I went ahead and painted it. I'm going to wait for all this to dry. Then I'm going to get that paper off. I couldn't get to it because it was before I've never taken the hood off before. Now there's a place, I think I'll get a piece of plywood and fill that in. It's not going to match exactly, but I'm going to fill it in with a piece of plywood and clean up any messes that I've made. Okay, once again. Okay, and in the morning, when it's dry, completely dry, I'll go ahead and put the sealant stuff back on the sealant, okay? So I show it to you. It just has to dry. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you can see that piece that's not repaneled where the stove hood used to be. So I took the exterior finish off and I began to work on making a panel just to fill that area. So I put plenty of glue on it and then glued it in place and tacked it in place. There you can see it. And I really didn't paint it because I didn't think it was necessary. But it's going to go behind the stove hood. So there's the stove hood with the original, really looking tacky, made with the new and rough and beat up compared to the rest of the camper. So it just doesn't match the rest of the camper. Okay, I have to get this up here so I can cover it up and paint this. Okay. All this up here, I'm not going to paint the inside. I'm just going to paint the the outside edges of it. So, I have to paint around this, you know, this thing here. So, and I've got my paint, what's left of it. And to get this off, these stickers off, I had the brown sticker on here, which is all these stickers. The sticker here, you get rid of these by their vinyl stickers. A hair dryer will heat up the glue and make it come loose. Okay, now, so I use spray cans, paint and primer combined in the spray cans, and so I just put light coats of paint on. That's the secret to success is light coats of paint. And so there were plenty of fumes floating around in that garage, so I could only do it a little. Just got the first layer done. You know, I've started making tack coats and stuff like that, and so it's going to be my all black range hood, my camper. So this side's not going to be shown, so it's not as important, but you know, it's not uniform because it's just a tack coat. It's, and I've covered up this thing there, so we'll just let it all dry good overnight or whatever. And I've got some extra, got the wall prepared for it. I'm gonna do a little to the wall, so I had to get this thing off that was underneath so I could get this thing out, that switch out, and not paint the switch. Okay, now here is my stove hood. Here it is. Painted black. What do you think? Nice and shiny, like a car. Woo! Just like a car. One mistake, I've got a hair in it. I'm not going to tear it up off of that hair there that you see. Okay, the challenge was to hold the hood in place while I redid the wires, soldered the wires together, and put the wire nuts over there. It is all in one piece, but I needed a trim piece to go on the side of it. And so I wanted it to be a little finished. So I put that piece of trim on, and there it is, kind of far away. That stove hood came out excellent. It actually came out better than I thought it would. Okay, I wanted to show you my trim. This is how my trim's looking. Got my stereo in here. I've got a tool to create a 45-degree angle. And so I'm going to put these kind of trims on the corners too. The corners of these, got my stereo going. And I've got all my tools and getting things kind of back together again. I've got that panel replaced. I had to make a new panel to go there. The other one was kind of torn up, so that's my new panels. I've done one side of the crown moldings, and I've just got to do the other. Excuse me. You can see how I join the centers. See, that's how I join these. You may not be able to see that very well. These are the corners aren't perfect, but I had to kind of redo this one. there was an old one that I had to take off and redo, so I'm just going to continue all around the ceiling. And these corners on the outsides, I've got a wood piece that's okay, I've sanded all my pieces. Okay, I've got this piece and I flipped it over, and I'll show you. Okay, now here is my shelf assembled, and here are the screws that are going to mount it into the wall. As you can see, it's made out of rough wood, but it's made to look like the shelf above the stove. So I'm going to go install it.